Hello, welcome back to some more Fire Emblem the Blazing Blade support conversations. Last time we took a look at Lucius and Sarah's, of course. Let's take a look at Renault's. We're probably going to do Eric as well this time. Okay, we did Renault Bartray. That was talking about how, it's like, yeah, I want to fight you or whatever, right? Let's take a look at Renault Isadora. Pardon me, you're an Eleminian bishop, are you not? Eleminian. Hey, yes, I suppose. How's it that you came to join our company? I heard that you spent some time on the Dread Isle. Was it one of Elamine's missions? Oh, sort of, I guess. I may not be the most pierce of souls, but I am a believer in the teachings of Elamine. It is an honor to protect one of our bishops. I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm worthy of being called a bishop. Long ago I was a mercenary. I led a bloody, thoughtless life, unconnected to the holy teachings. Kind of very Rurouni Kenshin, isn't it? You know, when he used to have a violent past, but not anymore. Is that so? And then what brought you to the light of Elamine? I lost a friend, a man I could have called brother. But when he died, I knew nothing of prayers, of forgiveness. I only knew how to bash another man's skull. So I cast aside my weapons and knelt for the first time, to mourn my fallen friend. Interesting. Birak? Bishop, may I have a moment? Will you hear my sins? It has been a very long time since my last confession. Confession? I'm not so good at those priestly matters. Please do this for me. Very well. If all I must do is listen, I do not mind. Your Excellency, I was born as the youngest daughter of a country nobleman. I wanted to become a knight from my earliest childhood, so I spent many long bitter hours in training. I hope to someday protect my country proudly, but there was one thing for which I was not prepared. To protect, one must do battle with one's enemies, and to do battle with one's enemies, one must strike those enemies. I've taken many lives in battle before now, for justice, for peace, for my lord, and for my country. I have fought all this time as a brave knight. And do you regret this choice? No, I think we fight for the right reasons. However, at times I grow uneasy. I grow sorrowful for the lives cut short on the end of my blade. Your Excellency, am I wrong for feeling this way? What should I do? Bishop, forgive me. I am a fraud. I can offer you no solace. Oh, Jesus. Okay, Eric. Are you alright? Your Excellency, you don't look well. We can't have you die here. Try thinking about your village. I shall. Isidore? Yes, what is it? About earlier. I may be a poor preacher, but please listen to me now. Of course, whatever you tell me. You asked me what you should do. If I could give you one direction, one step along the path, it would be to let yourself be lost. Lost. Forgiving your sins is a small task for a bishop, and if that were enough to save you, I would recite those words, but you suffer and you seek answers. And that is the greatest pain of all, the pain of doubt. If I dispelled this doubt, I could free you from your pain, but then you would be nothing more than a puppet that kills. Use your doubt, use it to become something more. I think it makes you human, Bishop Renault. Whether you ever find answers, I do not know, but you must live with your doubt until then. If you can, then all of your joy and sorrow you experience will truly belong to you, Your Excellency. I have lived this way since I found myself. Some are suited by faith, but for me there are no answers. Okay. Very, yeah, it was a nice ending. I mean, it was kind of open-ended, but it was nice. Let's take a look at Wallace Renault. Very different characters. Are you Bishop Renault? Let us fight side by side, Your Excellency. As you will. It is good indeed to have allies who are strong of spirit. No, you can't be. What is it? It is not possible, no, surely not. Forgive me, Bishop Renault. You just look so much like him. You could be the very image of a man I knew. Oh. I thought you might be him, but that is certainly not possible. There's no way he could be as you are now. And the last time I saw him was some 30 years ago. Okay. Why are they inside of Lynn's house? I was only 10 years old or so at the time. I was a squire in the service of a knight in Caelan. I was so puny and slight that some teased me, called me a girl. Sorry, that's a little hard to imagine. The man I knew was a mercenary also in the service of Caelan. Yes, and his name was also Renault. Renault the Impervious, they called him. He had no fear of death and his bravery was well known. Did you know him? No. I learned much about fighting from him. I owe him a great debt as my teacher. I wanted to meet him one more time in my life. Why do you want to see him? I had promised him when I was young. I told him I would fight always for the sake of the people. I told him I would never use the skills he taught for me for evil. I want to tell him that I have kept this promise. But surely he is long dead. Okay, maybe some closure in the Arak? Lord Renault, are you alright? Yes. You know, it is somewhat strange, but though we've only just met, I feel as though I've known you for quite some time. I feel we could be good friends. So, it would be an honor. Would that I have met you sooner? Soon our journey ends, and we will fight together no more. Keep your guard up, Wallace. Victory is not ours yet. He said the exact same thing to me once. How could I forget his teachings are all engraved on my heart? Wallace, would you still like to see him again? Of course. But it feels less urgent now. Having fought alongside you like this, Bishop Renault, it has given me the feeling that perhaps he has been watching me from heaven. Perhaps. I must thank you, Your Excellency, but I've done nothing really. Let us go now. Onward. Okay, that was cute. Kansas, of course. Oh, excuse me. You are on our side, are you not fighting with us? Light and the Dark Mage? I suppose I am. I'm Renault. It is an honor, I am Canis. I have a question. You don't waste much time. Oh yes, well, excuse my manners. But I am on a journey to gather knowledge. A scholar, eh? Yes, well, for the moment I am more like a shaman traveling to hone my skill in the ancient magic, but at heart I am still just a scholar, as you say. I have bishop that you have been to Dread Isle. Could you perhaps tell me a little about it? About the creatures to be found there? About the ones with eyes of gold? You mean morphs? Ah, so you do know of them. Where did you learn that name? Well, a long time ago, Bishop, I must ask you. Do you think these morphs have souls? Souls? Yes, I'm dreadfully curious to know. The Alamanians say that all creatures possess souls, all those created by gods, that is. But what are those created by man? And these manufactured beings, do they dream, do they think and suffer as we do, or must their emotions be crafted by another? Well, that I do not know. Very curious, Canis, not knowing when to stop. Did you know that the word morph appears even in a few ancient texts, brought to life by man crafted to resemble him? I never thought any of us would actually have seen one. Renault, where did you first learn of these morphs? Are they mentioned in the Elamenian scripture? A long time ago, Enough, I don't want to talk about this. Oh, well, that is truly unfortunate. You see, we know so little of Nurgle. Why, for example, did he begin creating morphs? After his falling out with the Archsage's Athos, did he feel alone in the world? Did he need the company of someone who could understand him? Was he forced to create such a being? Not exactly. Oh? He has no care for his creations, he merely brought them into this world to serve him. His only interest is himself. Those things that he discards, they lose their way and wander, and he cares not. Morphs are the mere fact of existence. Once meaning has been stripped away. Renault, how did you know so much? Nurgle been creating morphs centuries ago, even Athos knows so little, so how could you... I don't know. My own past is a mystery. Interesting. Very mysterious man, and this is going to be the last support for him, so definitely a lot more to be desired in terms of character story, but anyways. Renault, wait for me. Also, Renault's eyes, his eyeballs, his eye pupils are like skin tone instead of white. I just noticed that. But anyways, I must ask you something. What is it? Now, I asked you this only for the sake of knowledge. Knowledge is the reason for my journey. I understand there are some things you would rather the others did not know, so please do not answer if you do not wish to. As you wish. Please tell me, these morphs Nurgle has created, how can you know so much about beings that are centuries old? I will give you the answer I suspect may be true. You know because you were there. Nurgle was alone after he and Athos separated. The only ones around him were his morphs. Perhaps then you are... What? I've never thought one should back away from knowledge, but I hesitate to ask. Is that so? Then I'll ask you a question, yes? You asked me before whether or not morphs had a soul. What do you think? Before I would have said that I do not know. But now perhaps I do. Morphs do have souls. That is what I believe. That is not a bad answer. Your reply deserves another good answer. When Nurgle first created his morphs, he was not alone. He had one assistant, a mercenary who wanted desperately to bring back a friend he had lost in battle. Oh, this mercenary volunteered freely for Nurgle's experiments, knowing they would make him less than human. Bishop Renault, are you saying this was a long, long time ago? You know, just from that, I think Renault's, when I did the whole Fire Emblem of the Blazing Blade tier list of all the characters, I think he would bump up one tier. I don't remember what I put him in. Maybe I put him in C or B, but I would definitely bump him up one tier just from that backstory. That's really interesting. Okay, Eric. I've done Eric Louise, haven't done Eric Nino, and we've also done Eric Sarah. Did we do Eric Priscilla? Have we done the Priscilla ones? I don't think we have yet. Yeah, no, we haven't. Okay. Let's take a look at Eric and Nino to jump into things. Okay. Hey, it's a mage. Hi, I'm Nino. Hey, I'm Eric. Oh, you're reading a book. That's good. So what kind of book is that? General Compositional Theory of Anime Magic Volume 8. Is it good? Average, I suppose. Wait, there was a picture on that page. Go back. What is it? What is it? There's something written there. Nino, was it? I'm sorry, but could you please leave me to read? No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb you. Forgive me. Eric, you dolt. There was no reason to do that. Why can't I talk to girls? I mean, isn't she like 8? I don't know why you're viewing her that way. Nino. Oh, Eric. Here. What is it? This is a book I was reading. I'm done with it, so you can have it if you want. Really, that's great. Oh, but what should I do? I'm sorry? I'm still not very good at reading. Then how do you use anime magic? My mother, not my real mother, but the one who raised me, she knew all kinds of magic. And I just imitated her from the time I was small. You imitated her? My mother would hold the tome and chant, right? I just listened to her chant and practiced. them over and over until I memorize them, and that works, but it takes years of training to correctly hear and decipher a chant. It does? I'm just surprised. You must be a natural genius. I have the deepest respect for you now. Oh, well, why are you crying? Did I say something terrible? You did. I'm so happy that someone finally appreciates me. Thank you. Oh, Nino. You're not one of my favorite characters, but that did kind of get to me a little. Nino. Eric, what's new? Yeah, you said you couldn't read too well, right? Well, how's this? A book. Oh, it's full of pictures. It was mine a long time ago. So you couldn't read either. No, just the opposite. I read only the most difficult books from the time I was small. My magic teacher was really amazing. I was really proud and happy to be a student. Pent? So to gain his approval, I spent day and night studying, without even stopping to eat. Wow. I bet that's not very good for your body. You know you're not right. No, you're right, sorry. One day I just collapsed. I really worried my teacher and his wife. Yeah? And that was when my teacher brought me this picture book. He said, look, Eric, this book is filled with pictures. There are fields of rolling green grass, flowers that explode into color, and clouds that crawl across the seamless sky. Trying to be a mage requires more than staying in your room studying all the time. You must go outside and commune with the spirits. When you get better, we'll go for walks every day. Until then, look at these pictures and think of how it will be. Commune with the spirits. I do that a lot. My mother just used them and always said that talking to them was a waste of time, but that sounds like your teacher really got to know them. This makes me so happy. If you guys have read Berserk, or watched Berserk, I guess, Nino kind of reminds me of Shirake, who's the green-haired witch girl in that. She kind of she appears like halfway through the story, but yeah. She also kind of had like a timid side, and she'd always be want to learn more and stuff. Green hair as well. You never cease to amaze me, Nino. It's as if you were born to do magic. You remind me of my teacher. Of your teacher? Oh, no way. Even as a joke. That just sounds like an insult to your teacher. Nino, why do you doubt yourself so? Because my mother said. Forget about that. I believe in you. Don't you trust me? Eric. Never mind. Oh, wait, Eric. Okay, that's it. Let's take a look. Teacher and disciple, I guess. Lord Pent. Eric, what are you doing here? While protecting Lady Priscilla of House Caerleon, I encountered many unusual circumstances that brought me to join Lord Eliwood on this journey from Laos. Is that so? Then you have endured much. Hardly, Master. And so, do you fight with this army as well? You know, I kind of want to see Eric with that side ponytail one day, if he gets older, you know. When he surpasses his master, he's going to copy his hairstyle. I don't know. Okay. Of course, Nurgle is as powerful as a sorcerer as my own teacher. I'm sure I offer little assistance of my own, but I do try to do what I can. How could you say that? Lord Pent, they could have no stronger ally than you. It is an honor for any of them to fight by your side. Well, Eric, about it, Nurgle, you must tell me everything you have heard, no matter how trivial. Of course. Okay. That was a rather short one. Okay. I guess they're both stages, aren't they? Eric, get a hold of yourself. You're using too much magic. This is no good. It requires a severe remedy, but I have no choice. Master Pent, so you are with us, Eric. Can you move? Do you feel numbness anywhere? Oh no, I feel fine, Master. Very good then. Master, you've given me half of your magic, haven't you? How could I have made you do such a thing in the midst of battle? Eric, you really do bring my ear... Ire? How could I do such a thing? Why using all the magic in your body? Did you know that you could have killed yourself? Forgive me. I thought I would cast one more spell before I rested, but then all of those enemy units appeared. I used more magic than anticipated. Did I not teach you that the accomplished mage has mastery of his own resources, in addition to mastery of the spell? Yes, Master. Reflect upon that, Eric. Now, back to battle. Master, I truly am sorry. Don't make that face, everyone makes mistakes. Just don't make the same one twice, understand? Got it? Yes. Apologies if you hear a bit of a storm in the background. I don't know how much my microphone picks up, but a bit of a storm going on. So, yeah. But I'm safe, don't you worry. Let us continue with Priscilla, Eric. Lady Priscilla, are you alright? No, Eric. I am fine, thank you for checking on me. Not at all, that is my duty. Are you not tired? No, I'm quite fine, really. Your feet, they're not worry. Your shoulders, they're not tense. They're fine, really. And your belly, is it full? Your throat dry? Are you sleepy or bored? Eric. No, yes, sorry. Hard to break old habits, eh? My last love was a very witful child, you see. He would call me all over the slightest things. It's past now, though, of course. I see. Should I be asking you to do more, then? Oh, no, this is just fine. Yeah, we did say that one in the tag log. So, Lady Priscilla, might I have a word? What is it, Eric? It has been long since you left Eturia. Is your family not worried for you? Yes, I suppose they are, but now that Lord Eliwood is looking out for me, I think I shall stay here a while longer. Understood. If that is what you wish, I have no complaints. Thank you, Eric. By the way, yes? About your former employer. Was it a woman? Huh? Yeah, she was. She certainly thought of herself as one. She was young. To look at her, she was no longer than you or I, Lady Priscilla, but I'm afraid she was nowhere near as mature. But why do you ask? It's not something I like to think of much. No particular reason. It was just something on my mind. Perhaps were you and your employer close? Hardly. If that was a jest, I failed to see the humour. It makes me shiver just to think of it. Really? Of course. I see. That's fine, though. I had no particular reason for asking, mind you. Oh, is she interested in Eric now? Or at least in this route? Eric. Lady Priscilla, what is the matter? You seem ill at ease. Eric, I'd like to thank you for your service. Yeah? I hired you to protect me. That was very much an anime A, wasn't it? I'm sorry. And your contract ends today. Yeah? And now that you mention it, I suppose it does. But what do you plan to do now, Lady Priscilla? I'm in debt to Lord Elliowood. I intend to follow him until his expedition is ended. Perhaps you might extend my contract. No, regretfully, I cannot. I left on this journey without my family's permission. Even were I to keep you on with me, I'm afraid I would have no gold to pay you. I see. Then there is nothing to be done about it. My contract with you ends now, Lady Priscilla. Well then, shall we be on our way? What? But Eric, you... I have decided to join this troop to further my own training. I shall guide you, Lady Priscilla, as part of that training, if it is not an imposition. Eric, of course it is no imposition. But then I should think it odd. Perhaps you could not call me a lady? Well then, Priscilla. Yes, that sounds much nicer. As you wish. Now, Eric, I trust you will do your duty well. As always, Priscilla. Nice. That one's cute. And of course we did Eric and Sarah. Hold on. Yeah, we did Eric and Sarah, didn't we? Yeah. I had to double check for a second. We already did that one. I'm going to end things off here for the time being. Let us take a look at Nino. Nino might be a full episode because of how many there are. And I think Pant and Candace, Canas, whatever, can be bundled into one. But anywho, hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Hope to see you all there. Bye-bye.